Okay, so we're gonna start with 354. If everyone else can just mute their computers. And we're gonna start with 354 Whippoorwill. She's returning. I'm gonna share my screen.
Thank you. I think we'll do the front and back elevation. That's the only change that happened.
Okay, hold on one second.
We've had a long break, so I'll need a refresher. Bye.
I think when you see it, you'll remember, Anne.
What?
I think once you see it, you're gonna remember.
Okay.
Yeah, this is hard to forget.
Okay, so let's see. Can you guys see that?
Yes.
Yes.
So this is the house. It was kind
Right.
of 3 additions all in one.
Right.
Mhm.
So all the work here is on the far right, on the back, and the far
Oh,
left on the front
I'm just
elevation.
gonna go through each one. I'm gonna go through the whole thing and then I'll go back and then you can start.
On the change. Okay. So basically we are modifying the second story addition that exists on the right side of the house right now, which is on the porch. And then so that we have different additions that happen different times of the life of the house. So I was just trying to kind of tie it all together. The front had skylights, so now we will have a second story addition visible from the front. So the comments of the board last time where I had two, the idea was to do a peak, it's in the back, it's similar to the far left peak on the left of the house to try to kind of tie them together. And I duplicated that in the front. See, they're the neighboring houses. And that's another neighboring house that the site plan, the addition is basically on the far right, far right of the house. So, thank you. So it's just a second story. Yes. So originally on the front elevation, I had a peak and an arch window over the triple window that's on the left. So we canceled that and we make it now a regular 3 windows to match basically what's on the right side of the house over the garage. The reason I had a peak before was I was matching the back elevation and creating some more of a interest, but I think I prefer the way we did it now.
You have an image of the other one that we can just compare in our, can we see the one that we saw last time? That's okay.
Yeah, basically what you see now, that was it. Yes, so that was a peak and an arch, and now we canceled that. So same windows, same roof, same everything, just took out the gable over the windows and the arch that was there on the front side of the house.
The garage area, is that existing? I can't remember.
Yes, everything is existing. I just did the addition, the second story elevation of the left of side of the house that was already existing, but it was a shed dormer in the back, and now I brought it into a full second floor that matches the right. So this is the back elevation. So what I did is I matched the 2 structures that are onto the far left of the building with a similar one on the right, and then we did the triple window and the arch to match. The comments that I had from the board last time, I did not have that small window over, it was a blank wall right here. So now I added that, aligning with the window below it, and that basically the only change.
You bubbled a change around the chimney?
There's no change to the chimney. That was always there.
Why is that bubbled?
Yeah, it's showing the side window and the change of the, basically that's the bubble from the first time, that basically that we're showing that we're adding that section, that we're changing the second story over that master suite that
Oh,
been
okay.
changed.
Is there
Yeah,
a
but that
reason
was
now?
the previous, that's the first bubble.
Hey, Daisy,
Yes.
hold on. we go back to, was there a reason that second floor window is askew off to the left and not more in the middle or lined up with another window or?
Yeah, because it's, I need to have a space for the headboard of the bed and night tables. That's the only good wall for the headboard, because I have windows on both sides.
What do you mean windows on both sides? I have one window up there.
Yeah, well, no, I mean on both sides of the room, front and back. So that's the only blank wall that I have left.
And there's no room to shift the window over? Can we see the plan, Daisy? Can we see the second floor plan? Okay, yeah, well, go, yeah, you had it, there it is. Is that it? That's the master bedroom that we're looking at?
Yes, that's the existing. And now the change is to make it full size on the front and then still overhanging where it was before. But it's now,
Where-
instead of being a pitched roof and ceiling and a shed dormer, now it's a full height second story with an actual roof on top.
Izzy, can you zoom in on that bedroom a little, please?
I'm still wondering why the window is jammed in the corner.
Yeah, why does it?
Gigantic room.
Well, it's just to get a little bit of
21 feet long and you're putting a window 3 feet in the corner.
yeah, so I can have room for a big size king size bed and a 2-night table. So that's why it's further away.
Your king size bed is only 6 feet wide.
Yeah, but then you have the 2-night tables, and then so that adds up to 11, 12 feet by the time you have the 2 tables and the treatments and all that stuff.
You're not
I mean,
going to put the bed in front of the door. You're not going to do that. Where are you going to put the bed?
No, that's my only bed wall. So
Same.
now we have that window. I mean, I don't want to eliminate it because then it will be, there's a view and it's a nice light coming from that side.
Oh, we're
Have you-
not saying eliminate. We don't want you to eliminate.
Yeah, have you drawn furniture in that room? I think that window could easily line up with the other window and give you plenty of room for a bed and a night table and everything else.
Oh, you mean to slide it to line up with the window below? Oh, okay.
Huge amount of room.
It will have to move about 2.5 feet. I'm just afraid it will be, then the night tables will be under the window.
I think you should lay out the furniture. You have tons of room. It's 21.5 feet long.
Okay, then the night table will be under the window. That's fine. We've done that.
No, I think if it's, let's say it's 4 feet from that wall, you move it 2.5, that's 6.5 feet. So you have 15 feet of blank wall that you can put you can put a king size bed and 2 nightstands. I think from what you said, 12 feet was enough.
Yeah, 12 feet is enough, right?
So 15 feet is enough too.
Yeah, but in order to line it up, I believe it has to go further into that. But it's okay because then I can have a night table in front of it. So that's the whole idea is by having one window, it meant that it would look odd to have one night table under the window and the other one not.
But I don't think it has to be under the window from the dimensions you have on your plan.
That room is so large, you're not going to just have a bed and 2 night tables. You're going to have seating or a desk or something else.
Right.
And I assume that the bed's going to be left of center.
I'm actually, we're probably gonna, in order to center on the TV on the opposite wall, and I cannot move the door to the bedroom. So they probably will we'll pass the window. That's fine. I can do that. I will center it with the window neck below it.
Can we see that elevation again? The side, the short one, Daisy? Yeah. Why are you drawing such a big chimney on that second floor?
Well, by code, it has to be 2 foot above the main ridge.
No, I meant in plan, you have something that's about 4 feet wide.
I didn't draw it. It's existing. I only extended the flue. It's in the living room on the first floor.
Hey, Stanley, I think it's part of like the lower, it looks like
Oh, okay.
with how the width of the lower section of the chimney.
Okay.
Yeah, it's outside
should
the
it-
living room. It's existing. And I only extended the chimney top in order to clear the ridge by 2 feet.
Sure.
That's a code requirement, yeah.
Yep.
It's a wood burning fireplace on the first floor?
Yes, yes, it is. And it's original to the house. I have nothing to do with it.
Daisy, scroll it up just a tiny bit. Yeah, okay.
I think if you slide that window over, you can hand draw it and how do we do this now, Daisy, since we're not handing it to you? How do we?
Oh, I'm sorry, are we referring to the side window or the front
Yeah.
window?
No, the
side-
side one.
Side one? That's a minor change. I'll put it in the notes. If you can make that change and email it to me tomorrow,
Oh, absolutely. Yeah,
you can email it tomorrow, then when I come in Friday, I'll make sure to let Tom know what the change.
okay. I'll show the dimensions and the alignment. I'll send it to you, revised.
Okay.
Okay.
So is that the only comment with that window, Bob?
That's mine. Does anybody else on the board have comments?
Is that a casement or a double hung?
Yeah, well, this house has everything, but what we've been trying to do is any new window is going to be casement because the newer windows on the house, they're all casement. So yes, casement.
That window's wider than the one below, correct?
Well, it matches the new windows that we're using. I believe it's,
Look shorter also.
It looks wider.
the window on the side that we're talking about, the one that we're relocating.
Yeah, it would be nice if it was the same as the one below it.
Yeah, I mean, if
Yeah,
you're
but
gonna
It
move
has to be the same height. I think the same width would be good.
same width, I
Well,
think,
it has to line up with the new windows that we're putting for the height. So I will make the width the same as the first floor and the height the same as the second floor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we're
Travis, Claudia, anything?
making the width of the first floor window?
Yes,
Yeah.
I will give you exact dimensions of the
it'll
first
align,
floor
so
windows.
it'll align and width and everything.
Yeah, I think she addressed the concerns that we had previously.
Claudia, anything? You're on mute.
Okay. No, it's good. What the other thing I didn't particularly like, but I guess that hasn't been was that peak that I thought that was unnecessary but it's there, it's okay. I'm just going to
And try the least amount of,
the one, because it just off center and it just and I remember you said last time that it was not readable on the same plane
Mhm.
in the house. So I just felt that it didn't really offer anything. Like if you scroll down a little bit, there's to the this here, but that was the only thing that I just thought it should have been like a normal gable, but it's okay. I mean,
I'm trying to balance it.
Right.
Also to
Just
get.
that you said that it was never going to be, you can never read it as one plane. Yes, that
Right.
elevation.
It's
So then,
literally,
so that balance is never going to be felt by anyone other
Yeah,
than on this drawing.
I
And I
tend to
just think
agree with
it's
that. I mean, if you're looking to save budget, I would get rid of that peak too.
right. Yeah, so that was my concern. That was my comment last time, but I didn't really pursue.
yeah,
it.
we're trying to get a little height in the space because the windows and on that, I'm matching the existing gutter lines and that's starting at 7 feet. So it's pretty low. I'm trying to get a little bit, elevate the space and not make it totally disconnected from the rest of the house. So I'm keeping the gutter line consistent and that's set up at 7 feet instead of 8. So it's pretty low to start with. So that's a way to gain a little bit of height.
It just underlines that unbalance versus the lower level that it's already, That
Yeah,
was-
but I added a window there. This is the previous elevation. The new elevation, I added a window in that blank space. That was the revision. Yes, so we added a window there, so it feels less of a, I think it connects better.
Yeah,
Not that it's ideal, but that's the best we can do.
well, it's okay with me. I mean, that was my comment, but that's, you know.
Great, thank you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so just email me that plan
Thanks, thank you very much.
and I will get it to Tom on Friday.
Great, thank you so much, Daisy. I really appreciate it. Good night, everyone.
Night.
Okay, so the next application is 582 Millwood Road, and Stephanie Fox is here.
How are you?
Is anyone else joining?
Yeah, I'm the homeowner.
Okay, oh, Brian, right?
Yeah.
Hi, how are you?
Hi.
Okay, go ahead. You want to share your screen?
Okay, so the proposed project is just basically enclosing an existing screened-in porch to create what we're terming a mudroom. It's an area off of the garage, which is going to connect to the main living room area. It's this area located on the site plan here. This is a garage. This is the main portion of the house. This is Millwood Road. This is Indian Hill Road here. Sawmill Club is back up this way. We conform to all zoning requirements and everything like that. So the idea is that, so there's an existing rhythm to the screen, you know, to the openings. The door opening is the same. There's a large screened area and then a smaller screened area. So basically we're using the existing opening sizes and infilling it with the windows. And then
Before you move on,
yes,
can we see photos of the?
sure.
of the-
Here's a site plan. This is the house here, Indian Hill Road. Tennis club here. Let me zoom out. This is the front of the home. This is the side. This is actually, although this is the really way the main entrance, the primary entrance to the home is. This is the garage, and back here is a portion of the screened-in porch behind the trees here. And then this is really, you know, obviously the main side on the rear elevation of the house is of the screened-in area. And this is the rhythm that I'm talking about of the window opening. So we have the screen door, we have a larger screened opening, and then a smaller screened opening. And then you can also see that there's, you know, screening on the lower level. We're going to be enclosing that. And so between the garage and the house, we have two different materials. So what I'm proposing is of course the house is shingle and the garage is a vertical cedar siding. So I thought we could continue the vertical cedar siding here, but instead of making it red, we could make it white. So it's kind of blending, you know, the two together. So we could use the same material as the garage, but the same color as the house, sort of blend between the two, you know, the two areas of the house. Going back to the plan. Again, the roof is going to stay existing as the asphalt roof. It's basically just infilling this wall and this wall where the existing openings are with windows, and we're going to be using a reclaimed wood door. Brian is actually a pretty extensive woodworker, and he has a nice collection of, you know, old materials, and he's found a historic door that is, oh, sorry, I don't know why that's not loading properly. Hang on, come on, computer. And a historic door that's, you know, appropriate to the age of the home and would fit nicely in that opening. So, and again, white windows, white door, white verticals, you know, siding versus the red siding that's here and the white shingles that's there. And same on this side. So, you know, we're going to have the red of the garage play off the white.
So,
Yes.
didn't do anything with the case where these numbers went
So
down
when it wraps
and
that
there's
corner,
contingency.
does the white go all the way up to the underside of the roof, or is there another material there already?
So the case
There's
where
already another material
the
there.
building
Okay.
exterior, including all the windows, is still there, fire alarm,
Can you go to the photo of that side, please?
generator, all the
Thanks.
HVAC work is still there. I zeroed out the flooring number.
Sorry. Let me zoom out.
Don't do the flooring.
I mean, we could certainly, paint that white as well.
Zeroed out.
I'm just asking. And then that's all in the same plane?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, no, this plane is not the same plane as this plane.
Oh, okay.
It steps back.
Yeah, I would paint that all white.
But I'm hearing
Mhm.
other background noise. Is
So
there-
when that
Can we mute
reports-
somebody, Daisy? I think somebody's having a separate conversation.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who it is. I don't see.
I think he muted.
Okay.
No, I don't think you did.
Is it someone in someone's house and they don't realize that they're being loud?
Thankfully, it's not my house.
But it sounded like architectural. It's-
No,
Oh,
it's
that-
like a contractor.
That might be me. I'm at work still, but I'm
Oh,
muting in
okay.
between.
Okay.
I'm fine with it.
Yeah, me too. I like it.
Me three. Okay, thank you. very much.
Yeah, I'm good. Yeah, definitely.
Okay, you're all good, Stephanie and Brian.
Thank you.
Great. Thank you so much. Have a good evening.
Have a good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, I have to unshare, sorry. That's my hard part, is the unsharing. Give me 1 second. Stop share. There we go. Thank you.
All right, good night.
Night.
Okay. Hi, Scott.
Hi, Daisy.
How are you?
I'm good. Hi, everybody.
David is on as well.
Yes, I'm the homeowner.
So if everyone else can mute except for Scott and David. Go ahead, Scott. You're going to share your screen?
Yes, I am. I just need to hit the button. Okay. So I'm here this evening to talk to the review board about our project at 23 Joan Drive. The existing house, I always love a story. This is actually the childhood home of David's wife, Allie. And David and Allie approached me, having acquired the home from their family, about doing an extensive remodel and reimagining this house for their two children. The image, because I can't see how big this is appearing to you, so I will, L13 shows you the front elevation of the house. What is slightly obscured is that there's a little bit of stonework that we do plan to reuse on site, but it is, largely a white vinyl siding, black shutter, very consistent with some of the other original homes, such as number 27, number 23, our immediate neighbor on Joan Drive, as well as number 19, showing you some of the additions that have been done to other homes. And then, of course, there's 30 Joan Drive, who's our direct neighbor across the street, who has a more Mediterranean style. So I bring this up because we spent a significant amount of time talking to David and Allie about how to create a home that would really occupy the full second floor volume without feeling too grand or tall for the street. And that led us to looking extensively at shingle style architecture, and specifically what we could accomplish with the gambrel roof. So I'm scrolling ahead to my proposed drawings, where we have situated for you. So the J1 drawing gives you the existing front elevation, and then the lower image shows you our proposed new front facade. We do have a new portico coming onto the front of the house that is part of an extension for the kitchen. The remaining footprint on the first floor remains as is, meaning the 1-story volume that is on the left, which is shown with the fireplace and the 3 casement windows, gets a look that is more consistent with this new double hung 2/2 architecture of the windows. We are planning to bring in stone again that will wrap around the front portico and extend around an oval window that flanks to the right of the front door. What my favorite elevation, I should comment, not to pick your favorites, but I think that the final elevation I will share with you, which is the garage facade, the 3-story facade, is where you will fully see the gambrel. But I say that it's why there's a lot of shingle represented here. But on the rear, there is a deck on the existing home that wraps to the side that we are taking down and replacing with a new screened porch and deck that runs along the rear of the house. The corresponding windows on the first floor have been aligned to address that deck, and the gabled dormers off of the gambrel for in order from left, the master bathroom, a bonus room, and then 1 child's bedroom on the right are all centered above those corresponding lower windows. And then we complete the back area with a new feature arch top box bay in the sunroom on the right. I'm going to zoom in for a second because I'm not 100% certain that you're seeing the clarity of everything, the hatches, but the stonework, there's a slight shed roof that comes over the new mudroom door that sets against a stone foundation that wraps around and terminates at the side of the screen porch. And then here's the existing side elevation with our basement level garage, the existing first floor, and then the existing second floor. And as you'll see, here's our proposed side elevation with our stone foundation. There's no change, as I said, in this footprint on the first or second, on the basement or first floor. On the second floor, however, we have extended forward to occupy what was previously attic space. And then the final elevation, this is actually the side of the house that you see as you approach. There was originally a screen porch that was enclosed, and then later by the client's parents, an addition added beyond that where the chimney is shown. And we are replacing the roof on that, telling more of a story of the screen porch that was enclosed with these large set of windows, and you can see the gambrel beyond. So this is our proposal.
Do you have a roof plan by chance?
Yeah. I'm going to zoom out a little bit.
Very difficult to tell.
I know.
Because the roof pattern and the shingle pattern is the same.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, it looks much more organized on the roof plan.
Yeah. Stanley, I appreciate your question with that, and I suspected that's why you were asking to see it.
Yeah, it didn't look as clean as it does here, so.
Yeah, if you turn the hatch off on the roof and kept it, we played with it, and I don't know if it's my graphic card, because I've seen it plotted and it doesn't have this high-low that we're showing here in terms of line weight.
Yeah. I'm fine with the design. Looks,
Can we just go back to the elevations? I mean, this is
Sure.
really minor. But I was just wondering why you put shutters on one window in the front.
I think it's a masterful use of shutters. I think it should be an example for the they all fit. And they're
Oh,
not
you have
there
the
when
other
they don't-
shutters. I didn't see those other ones. I see those.
No, those square windows with the shutters, the size.
Yeah, now I see that. I didn't see that before. I'm fine. I just saw those other ones.
And do you want me to scroll down and show you the other ones?
And do you want to see the other ones?
Sure.
So on the rear, we don't have any because of the window groupings.
That's fine. Yeah, I'm fine with the shutters.
Right. And then on the side, we balance them.
Mhm.
Hi, very selective, nice thin ones that fit over the windows. It's become one of my pet peeves when people do kind of what the old house had, so.
You might have transferred that pet peeve to me. I have to say, David's being quiet, but I think he's heard me reference how we use our shutters.
That looks good. Massive.
And actually shingle
transformation.
style houses that were traditionally on the water that kind of battened down the hatches when the storm came had shutters that worked, that were the right dimensions.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Claudia, Sarah, anything?
I think it looks nice. Yeah.
I walk on the street all the time, so I'm gonna take a
Yeah, it's okay.
Terrific.
Okay, thank you very much.
Okay. Thank you, everybody. Have a good night. Be well.
Night.
Night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you.
Okay. So the next application is 420 Armonk Road. It looks like we have John Moreno, the homeowner, and the architect, Robert.
Yes. You want me to share the screen? Okay. So I'll just start off introducing myself. I'm not an architect. I'm a professional engineer. Really haven't been before an architecture review board, so hopefully you go easy on me. I also will play the COVID card. I was tested positive yesterday for it, so I'm trying to deal with it. Yeah, first couple of days were tough with a fever, and today I'm doing better. So, you know, it's the world we live in. You never know. The homeowner's John Moreno. He's on. Young gentleman, a family friend. That's why I'm doing this for him. I normally don't do drawings, but wanted to help him out, try to help him with his budget. And he is getting married and wants to take this house and do an addition and move into it with his new wife. So the house has been in disrepair and unoccupied since probably around 2007. I believe it's built around the late 1800s. It's existing around 2,100 square feet. Here's the front of the house.
That's the front.
This is the front of the house, yes.
Enter on
Front
this.
porch.
Yeah.
This is the entrance to the basement. There's been various additions added through the year, a carport, a side vestibule, kitchens in the back. We believe at one time it was a two-family house.
Where's the front door when you walk in?
The front door is on the side, actually. So we'll look at it when we scroll up.
Wow.
Yeah.
You got a fire, yeah.
The back basically was falling down, so that he has secured it. It needs a lot of help. He's a young man with a lot of energy. Same shot. Let me get you the other side view. So this is how you gain entrance into the house. The front, you see, drops down quickly. That front door, if you went in here, goes into the basement. Parking areas around here, and you would walk into this door to gain access into the house. It is located on Armonk Road, between Whippoorwill Park and Rosenholm Place. It's about 200 feet off the road. When leaves are up, you can't see the house, you can't see neighbors. The road does drop down here and then rises back up to the existing location. So what John would like to do is add approximately another 1,275 square feet, a two-bay garage, and then build up from there with master bedroom up top, master bathroom, and I can show you the interior, but this is how the front of the house will look. Remember, there's a concrete retaining wall here, so all this area is above this grade. The thought is to do the whole house in white, white vinyl siding. We're hoping to restore the existing siding here and paint it white to match the vinyl on the new. We would do new windows throughout, black shutters, architectural shingles.
Hard to tell from this drawing, but are those windows supposed to be the same size windows? There's one smaller, but
these are all the existing, proposed to be the existing openings. So yes, they're
two new ones on the top right. Are those the same size? They don't look it.
No, this is a bath. These are supposed to be the same size, these two.
Same size as the four on the old part of the house?
No, larger. The four on the older house are small. They're just smaller than what we would typically put it in a newer room. Looking from the north, this is the addition. The existing house sits behind it. So this is existing and this is existing.
What's behind the blank wall at the bottom?
The blank wall at the bottom.
The lower level.
Four
Right?
windows, you have a big blank space. What's there?
This is the garage. Maybe I could shrink this so you could, there you go. So this area would be the garage.
So where that addition is, nothing exists there?
That's where there is, I'll show you.
That carport and that.
The carport and the little vestibule hanging off the side of the building.
Right.
That's where that is.
Okay.
Back of the house, same. This is the addition. This is a garage.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the existing structure. We do want to add a deck, open up space. And that's basically it.
So wait, that's the garage below, and what's above? What rooms are above?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Here's the site plan. You can see it's an 18-acre parcel.
Excellent.
Wow.
There's plenty of open space, and this is the park behind them. So what we have, oops, this is the first floor, the addition. You would walk through, you would have a large living room, a bathroom to service the dining room, kitchen, den, a small office for John. And then on the second floor, we would have a master bedroom, master bath, a bathroom to service the family room, and the other two existing bedrooms. There was a bath in here. We're changing a wall here. So it just brings the house up into 2020 and provides space that's you can raise a family in.
Sorry, do you have a roof plan by any chance?
So I've got the addition is pretty straightforward.
Okay.
The existing roof has a hip roof on this end. That was an addition. Previous, and so that's the roof plan. Here's the garage, two-car garage, and just basement, HVAC equipment, storage.
Can we go back to the elevations, please?
Sure.
So above the garage on the bottom elevation, why are those windows? So the windows on the right, one's a bathroom, right?
This one. No, this is an office space.
And then the one above is a bathroom.
Is the bathroom, correct?
They just look odd that the two small ones are on that side, and it just seems, the balance seems to be off.
I mean, this one I could make the same size as that. The back of the house does literally face a small hill.
Mm-hmm.
So
those windows centered in a room, it seems like they're instead of centered in that element, they're pushed out to the ends. The same with the north elevation. It's just, actually my issue with the house is I think the elevations, there's no consistency, there's no theme, it's just kind of hodgepodge. And it's such an enormous construction project you're doing, you really have the opportunity to do it right and have patterns and, make it all fit.
And one of the other comments that we always have are the big blank walls down, even at a garage level, is just not appealing for any house that we review. So we would ask that there's be some windows put even in the garage.
Well, I would even say by the deck, or is that a deck?
this.
No, not
this
there.
is-
I'm sorry. No, the lower elevation where you have the stairs. You've got
This.
that. Yeah. So you have the wall above that.
Right.
So
You got a lot of blank space and you have, I don't think the elevations are really well thought out.
So where do we go from here? I mean, I could add windows. I'm just not sure what you mean by, changing the other parts.
Well, I would take a look, for example, at the front elevation. The new addition, you're adding those 3 windows at the top and then one below, but they're not exactly equal across the top. They're just a little bit off. So, and I'm not sure what the small window is, if that's
This is
yeah.
This is a bathroom.
Okay, so that's one. What's the one below?
These 2 windows are bathrooms.
Okay, but then maybe this, like the center one, should really be centered because it's just slightly closer to the right side. And if to Bob's point with doing new construction and this part, you could really be intentional and be rhythmic with that, and maybe put one below that too. So you have the 3 on the top, and then you have the door and the window on the bottom. Yeah.
And could there be a window where your pointer is at now, your cursor?
Yes.
Since you're not an architect, one thing to always try to do is to get, for all your new windows, try to get all the lights to be a similar size and proportion. Because it looks like you just took your double hungs and shrunk them down to, 60% for those bathroom windows.
Right.
So the lights also shrunk down too. And I think that looks odd to me. So part of going through and choosing windows is also making sure your lights are fairly close in proportion and size, but it really looks like you just cut and pasted and reduced it 60%.
Right.
Now, if you look at the elevation on the front of the old part of the house, there's a rhythm to it, but there isn't on anything else.
Yeah, I mean, just on that front elevation, you can see on the left, it's nice and ordered. There's a pattern to it. It makes sense. And then you go to your new one, which you're presumably spending a lot of money on, and it's kind of all over the place.
So your double door on the balcony on the right, I mean, again, it's not lined up with anything. It's just like stuck there. The window above doesn't relate to it. Maybe that should be centered over it.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know what's behind it. Maybe can the door go in the middle? Then you can start to be, relating a little bit to the old house to the left that had a door in the middle. I mean,
Yes, we can move that door to the middle.
And then I would put another window where that door is. Yeah.
Would that be too many windows if we just?
Well, there'd be a rhythm to it. There'd be the 3 on the top, and then 3 openings on the top and 3 openings on the bottom.
Okay.
And I would try to get it centered on the column in between the garage doors, and make sure that the column in between the garage doors is centered directly in between the doors.
And the window centered above that.
Right.
Okay.
Have you guys spoken with an architect at all? I mean, maybe an architect can be helpful just for the elevations.
Yeah. No. No. I'm like I said, I'm family friend trying to help John out, so we have not spoken with an architect. Yeah, I can certainly move those doors and add a window here. Upstairs, those windows can be moved.
So we'd like you to just look at the flat elevations, the 2-dimensional elevations, and try to get some sort of a rhythm that, work with each other and they're compatible and have some logic. And again, try to eliminate the blank spaces. Maybe depending on what's behind them, maybe it's a different size window, or maybe somewhere you can have a special oval window or something, but not so much, just totally blank walls.
I also have one comment on your selection of siding. Vinyl siding, obviously you're doing it for cost, but it's not a desirable material in this area.
You guys are making a very significant investment.
We want to reconsider that.
Okay, I'll can talk to John about that. It is just budget.
Yeah, I understand.
But you're also making a very big investment. This is not a small addition.
Yeah.
So I think we'd like to challenge you to, kind of rethink the elevations and come back to us. We definitely have you on the next meeting.
If we wanted to reach out to an architect, I'm assuming we give them our plans and then try to brainstorm on how we could change them.
Yeah, I mean, again, it might be a worthwhile idea to get the input of, a professional architect for the elevations. Again, we're trying to be very sensitive to all of your budgets, but, you are making a very significant investment here and you want to get, value for it. So some point you can resell it, and get your
And
value.
it looks like it's a beautiful property, so I would, try to make it look as
Gotcha.
good as possible.
Yeah.
So, Robert, I can put you on the next meeting, which is January 20th. So if you think you'll be ready for that meeting, if you could just send me the revised plan through email or thumb drive, at least 1 week prior to. So it's really, if you can get me something by the end of next week, and then we can put you on the January 20th meeting. If you don't think you'll make it for that meeting, we'll meet the first Wednesday in February.
Okay.
Okay,
All right. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
have a good night.
Bye.
Thank you. Feel better.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, guys.
Okay. So we have our last one, 316 Quaker Street, John Gallardo.
I'm here. Can I
And
share the screen?
homeowner? Yes.
Okay,
So you can share your screen.
perfect. Okay, so I guess you probably want to see photos first, right?
Yes.
Okay, so this is actually the porch, which we're going to remove, and we're going to build a one-story room in its place. So
Same
it's
size?
a little bigger.
Tell me where this is again. I'm sorry, the address.
This is, it's 316 Quaker Street,
Quaker Street.
which is the main, which is like 120, right? Or it's,
Oh, okay.
right, that's still 120 when you come, it's on the
Yeah.
main drag.
Oh, that was Quaker Road. But yeah, okay.
So, okay, so that's the back of the house, which we're not touching. We did an addition a few years ago. Okay, so this is the front of the house. And this is the porch, which is in bad shape, which we're gonna remove and then build a room. They didn't touch the porch when they did the house because they figured they were gonna do something and they ran out of money on the first phase. So, all right, so then those are the photos. Drawings, okay. Bigger so we can see it. Okay, so we're not touching anything to the front of the house. We're adding, I think the porch is like 10 feet. I think we're going to 14. So it's like 4 feet bigger than what's there. We're gonna do a metal seam line roof. And we're doing some fixed and some casement windows for the grill. And we're doing transoms above. So that's what the front's gonna look like on the side. Okay, and then we're gonna do kind of a panel for the, instead of siding. So we're gonna do kind of the panels around. So we're doing 2 sets of windows and then a panel and 2 sets of window on the side. And then on the back, we're reusing the French door they have that goes out to the porch now since it was fairly new since the last renovation. And then we're doing 1 more window to match what we're doing on the other side. So that's basically.
What color is the metal roof going to be?
The metal roof is going to be kind of like a taupey beige that goes with the house, that goes with kind of the trim color.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to be all painted white, which is the color of the house.
Mm-hmm.
Nice to me.
Yep, looks good to me.
I'm fine with it.
Okay.
It looks good. Looks good. Yeah,
Okay.
looks real good.
We're good? All right. Okay, it should look good. It should be a nice addition to the house.
Yep.
All right,
Good luck.
thank you. Have a good night.
You too.
Okay, all. January 20th, we already have like 4 applications.
You sound thrilled.
Happy New Year.
New year.
Okay.
Good night.
All right.
Everybody.
Hey.